Welcome back to Art to Travel in a Journey. My name is Alexandra, and today on my show I have Vivi Letsou. Hi, Kalimera.
Capoeira and hello and namaste and guten Abend.
Guten Abend, correct. So finally we're here, Vivi. We made it. I'm talking today to you because you are the director of a retreat center in Greece, particularly in Mani, and it's called Zen Rocks Mani. So we know where that is. Most people might know it from the movie, right?
Oh, before midnight, yeah,
Yeah,
that one, yeah, with
yeah,
Ethan Hawke and Julie Delp, the trilogy. The
yeah.
third one settles here in Mani, and here we are. And let's see if the movie was better than this.
There we get a little, for those who will be watching this on YouTube, she just showed us a little bit the overview from the plains of Zen Rocks Mani. I kind of figure the land is on an old olive tree grove or on a new one. What is it exactly you're kind of hosting your retreat on, or you build the retreat on?
Well, the short, very short summary is that I'm Greek and I was educated in California and lived my young life there, making films and having a yoga and a dance studio with dancers from all over the world, and loved always people and travel and things that were healing, and here's my dog now. He's
Yeah.
begging for little love because he's it's about to rain and there is thunder, and he's like he gets a little afraid when there's thunder. So in California, I was this young person full of dreams and always, was working to make films, to make this happen, to make that happen, and I would get burned out a lot. And so my refuge was Zen, the San Francisco Zen Center, and the monastery in nature, Tessahara. And that was like when I went there, poof, I got like the restart button. I would, automatically take place after I was there meditating and being in nature for a few days with wonderful, loving, and compassionate people. And so that was our model. And then my husband and I moved to Greece to the Greek Olympics in 2004. We started a yoga Pilates studio in the heart of Athens. Back then, it was something that was very new, and it was a very good effort. And a great, beautiful community was created around that, but also it gave us the ability to go on to the next step. And our dream was always to have, this retreat center. There is Marco running because there's a bird flying around, or other dog. And Marco, do you want to say hi? Marco? No? Excitement awaits elsewhere. Okay. But here is our little cat that Lina, a rescue from the city of Athens, from the streets of Athens. And so, somehow we managed with, with a lot of time and effort to buy this olive grove. It was only, you see, Mani is like, the reason it wasn't developed and it was not well known is because it's a very kind of like rocky, mountainous, rocky land. The sea is there, but, and also no water. And so the olive tree, the blessed olive tree, is what grows here with these very dire circumstances. So we got this land. I'll let you see, and when we got it, it was only rocks that you see, and olive trees, and there was no water, no electricity, and no roads. And so our roads are still kind of like dirt. We make do. It's a healing place. It's like it's something that has been an answer to my prayers, to our prayers. This is what we've been working so hard for in the summer after COVID. And we had gone through a lot of difficulties with COVID. You can imagine we were retreating, and every retreat was canceled in 2020, and every retreat was canceled in 2021. And then this year, things started to happen again, and beautiful people came, and beautiful artists and teachers came. And like our last retreat from the US, a yogic school from the US, was so loving and so positive, and they left 2 days ago. So you can say that our busy season just ended, and so somebody is enjoying the extra attention now. You know.
Indeed. Let me come back to the moment where you said, you know, your prayers were answered. What were you hoping for? What was the difference for you to have that center where you have it and make it? I mean, for people who probably haven't seen your website yet, and you know, only seeing a little bit of the camera view right now if you watch it on YouTube, but it's a very you know, like, to me it's the exact combination between a little bit of taste and luxury, but still in a form of almost like an ashram or a monastery or whatever you want to call it. You know, it's a beautiful combination of where you really find quietude, you know, where you can settle down. But to describe it very quickly from my own impressions when I come to you, but what was it that you were longing for or praying for? Can you say a little bit to that, Vivi?
Yeah, so like I said, the model was my Zen monastery where I've been going for 30 years. And the dream was to have a place where people do find peace and a way of being centered, a way of being balanced on this earth. And to me, that comes, well, mainly through meditation. There are a lot of different ways of getting to the center of our being and the center of our heart. But just the practice of meditation is the practice of sitting and being mindful and listening and cultivating compassion with the people that and the beings that are around us. To me, that's a very important practice. And when I sit in meditation in some of these long sessions, and some people go to Vipassana retreats, but when I sit in retreat, I think, why doesn't everybody in the whole world do that? You know, it's free to just sit quietly anywhere we are and to come to our center, and like everything, all the chaos then dissipates. My goal was to have a meditation center and then also a retreat center. And my husband was more into a retreat center, and he likes things to be beautiful and elegant and well done. And so with his influence, here's what he built. These two beautiful villas where everything is handmade. The stone is from our land right here. He says, what joy, things to be simple but well made is what I want to offer to people who come here. And then we wanted to have the meditation center. I'm sorry that things are not very much in order now, but like this is the front of our balconies with this view. And so what can I say? It was a good combination, and we're still finding our way. We're still finding the steps. I'm very serious about wanting this to be, you know, one part of it to be like a healing, an Ayurvedic center, like other modalities too. But you do Ayurveda and you know how helpful it can be to bring people to balance, to bring people to good health. So it would be a dream to have people come and they can find their peace, they can find their health, their constitution can be set back in balance. That would be the dream. And then the background practice would be meditation, with long periods of meditation, with wonderful teachers. Like, when you came, I was in Plum Village, and, to have a Plum Village here, wouldn't that be great? So,
Yeah.
in the meantime, until this healing center gets fully developed, and until the place also functions as, in a way, as a mindfulness center, as a monastery center, we start by welcoming people to come for retreat, for their own retreat. If somebody wants to come and practice meditation or yoga with me, there is a Pilates teacher in residence, and they can practice Pilates and fitness and cross training. He likes to climb all these mountains, John, right? And so people can come with their teacher. There's our other cat. Mimi, say hi, Mimi. Mimi, Mimi. This is a beautiful cypress tree. So, the long-term goal is that the dual place for meditation and health healing. And then the other function is to be a house, a host for people like you who like to come with your group as a teacher, as a practitioner, and enjoy the place with your group. And so, the biggest satisfaction for us is when people come and you see them change every day, and they soften, and a lot of the stress is kind of like fall away. And there's the land itself here, the land herself cultivates this way of being loving, this way of being in nature with like trust and love. And so, and people need the rest, people need the good food, people need to move in ways that their body gets unlocked. And when you see that happen, and like the group that just left, they're sending me, everybody makes a WhatsApp group when they're here, and then we stay in touch, or they stay in touch. And so these people that were just here, they're just, they're telling me such beautiful things, and how good they felt here, and how they get revived, and they start reading poetry again, and they start writing poetry again, and and they say, oh, Vivi, just stand over and look at the paradise that's in front of your eyes on the right, like here it is, it's a paradise. And then also just like being busy and like having all this to do, and the feeling of like I'm behind. The stresses of life, of the reality, a practical part of our life is there. And so
How is that for you, Vivi? How is that for you? I mean, let's not fool ourselves, because I have led retreats, and I have worked out to build up a center in France myself with somebody else. And I know, even though you're catering for people to have this experience, we get super busy, as main practitioner and teachers of that. How do you cope with that? And what are your strategies around, remembering how to heal and land in yourself?
This is a very good question, and it's the one that we always I'm learning to trust. Like, my biggest way is learning to trust the flow, the timing of things, and to trust that things just happen in a magical way. There's sometimes the amount of work that needs to be done, it exceeds me. It's beyond me, and also the team that works here, and my husband, just working sometimes from like 7 a.m. until midnight without a break. So that's the reality of it. And then I find like I trust and relax, and I see the joy of people, and I allow myself the time maybe to relax during the day and to feel their joy. It's like, so I guess it's to do things joyfully. It's like, okay, sometimes I'm tired and it's hard to get going, but when you find the joy of cooking, the joy of serving. And when we find a way to take care of ourselves, to like really listen and take care of ourselves, and more and more you listen. Even like we had a corporate retreat, and the person speaking to the corporate retreat was telling these corporate people that trust your cycles of energy. Rest during the day, rest every 90 minutes. They're like, turn off your computers or go walk around and not answer any calls or emails for 10, 20 minutes when, when that peak of energy has gone down, and take time to rest and change your philosophy, and not always to feel that, oh my God, it's urgent, everything is urgent.
I totally hear you, and I'm sure it is hard to remember that when you're on a full go, and then it might hit you through. I mean, I often get reminded through my own body, like then I have a pain here or pain there, then I thought, okay, like I've been following my head too much. Do you have similar, signs in your life that kind of teach you when to slow down and remember all the things that you already digested in some form?
Do we have signs? We all have signs, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
what is yours? That's what I'm asking.
well, I had a big sign last year when I stayed in bed, pretty much paralyzed for 6 weeks, with inflamed joints. They said I had an immune disease, and it was rheumatoid arthritis. And
Wow.
I was 12 kilos less than what you see now. So I lost a lot of weight because I couldn't eat. Pain. My family thought I was dying. And it was, what is it? I don't know what it is. Is it the stress? Is it like that deep inside with COVID? We all came face to face with very deep karmic stuff. Hard to say exactly what it is. I do think it's like, it's not what we go through is our karmic DNA. So it's not just, oh, I didn't sleep a lot or I didn't eat the right food. There's a lot there. We cannot oversimplify whatever that is.
No, definitely not. How did you manage to come out of that?
Well, little by little, with natural remedies, with a little bit of everything, yoga and diet. And I had some good alternative doctors. To be honest, I went to all kinds of doctors, allopathic doctors and alternative. And there's a lot that's not helpful that we hope that it's going to be helpful, but it's not helpful. And so a lot of it is just like to wait it out, to have patience, to observe, to see what's needed. And I took all kinds of Ayurvedic medicine. I still take ashwagandha and vitamins, and like mostly food, nutrition aids, and like that. And what are the signs? The signs are like, even in this last retreat, even in every retreat we had this summer, there are nights when I feel like in the middle of the night I wake up, it's 2 or 3 a.m. and I feel I have COVID, like my sore throat and stomach ache and joints in pain. And so it's there. I think it's there for all of us. But in a way, one thing that I like to confess is that when it was happening and thinking that, yes, I may be dying, I could not help but feel that it was a blessing. It's like, it's humbling. It's humbling to not be in peak health. Everybody says, be in peak health, be in perfect health. Well, who is in perfect health, right? Even the people who advocate perfect health are not in perfect health. And our life is not eternal. We're not immortal, but the whole idea is to, started to rain here. So look how nice it is, the rain in the water.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
And the
very
nice infinity
romantic.
pool. Ooh.
It's so romantic. So we're going to go inside now. We're going to go in the cafe with my friend Cafe. His name is Cafemitis. It means brown nose. And he has a trauma with boom, 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 boom. So, because he was shot in the face when he was little. And so Now we're gonna go inside. So, you know, the signs are this. We all have them. You know, our body speaks about our reality, our emotional reality, our psychological reality. And so the signs are there for all of us. And how do we listen? What do we learn? I'm always just very curious about life, the best way to live life, and maybe like the best way to be a human being. That's what it comes down to for me. It's like, what is the best way to be a human being? And you know, sometimes I'm overcritical with the fact that I'm not the bodhisattva yet. Yeah, you know, and sometimes
Yes.
it gets better. And for me, that's always the question. Is like, my time here is limited. And when I thought I was dying last year, it was okay. It really was okay. There was never a moment of feeling sorry for myself. It was a quiet acceptance and a deep gratitude for life. But one thing was that I haven't given to this world the best that I could have given yet. Like maybe there's still some more like graceful work for me to do here. And for me, it relates to this, like this place, as beautiful as it is, and everybody who comes, they think it is an absolute paradise. But it's, for me, it's not complete. The mission is not complete yet. I'm not ready to go yet.
Yeah, I was thinking just that, Vivi, you know, because as you said, everything is so carefully designed. You have wonderful staff, and it's very little compared to what you're offering and what you would see in bigger managed hotels or whatever. You know, they have lots of staff, but you do kind of connect through the heart with people. That's what I've kind of found. You know, Vivi is a total welcoming person, I can only say from my own experience. And then I think of your perfectly polished, beautiful retreat paradise. And I think like, yeah, I know what you're saying, because you want to connect with the, you know, like the higher consciousness. You know, you want people to find that inner peace you've been describing. And it doesn't matter whether they find that in a beautiful place or on, you know, I don't know, on a dump. You can find it anywhere. That's what you're probably bringing here towards the end of the conversation, that most of all, everybody who will come and meditate there and celebrate their lives there and discover their, you know, joy de vivre, or whatever you want to call it, their inspiration, what they need to carry forward and give back to the center is exactly that. You know, God lives there, God lives there, God lives there. You know, you can find God there. And I think that's maybe the higher goal you're wanting to bring into that area, right?
Alexander, you said it so nicely, and thank you so much. I wasn't here when you came, but I felt your love, your caring, your generosity, and now your words speak to the same. And yes, so, you know, just to reiterate what you say in my like own little example, is like, people come and they say, wow, like this place is so beautiful and it's like this, and I said, this is all an excuse. You know, all of this, the nice rooms and the nice kitchen and the good food is just an excuse, a doorway to get you to practice, you know, so that you can feel comfortable enough to get into a deeper practice with yourself. You know, like you said, you find the divine everywhere. You find that we are the divine, that this goodness is us, is in us, and it is us. But we take really good care of you here, so you have no excuse to not go here in the heart and realize everything is here. This moment is everything. This moment is my opportunity to open up to you, to him, completely, to everything, and to give the very best that I can. And so this place just hopefully like takes care of the details, so that people can relax and they can trust, and then the process of blossoming, the process of unfolding, the process that each one of us has to go through our own process, whether it's forgiveness, whether it's acceptance, whether it's overcoming fears. Hopefully, this place, this land is taking good care of us. These beings are taking good care of us. This team that works here is taking good care of everyone. So people can just relax and they can get into a practice. They can get into whether it is yoga or Ayurveda or meditation or Tai Chi. They can get the practice that they need to feel the best that they can feel and to have the best experience of our lives, and then to give the world the best that we can give the world.
Yeah. And in that way, I would conclude almost this beautiful interview or conversation between us. And what came to my mind as the last symbol of your words is like you offering such a beautiful place is like saying, you cannot find God if you're hungry, you know, or if you feel uncomfortable. So we all need some form of stepping stone to remember. And it's not bad to have a good starting point, like a comfortable starting point, you know, so where you are being fed, where you're well rested, so that you can go through your, you know, go and meet your own demons, as they say sometimes.
Yeah. And, you know, we admire the teachers and the people on the spiritual path throughout times that did not have comfort. And it's through discomfort and like hard conditions that they were able to find God. And for us in this century, in this millennia, things are harder. And maybe this is an entry. Maybe this is an entry way for people to go there.
And your land is like that. You described it so well earlier, you know. It's not like it's a rough land you're living on already in Mani, you know. It's without water, it's on the mountains, it's with wind. So it's not like there aren't challenges. And between the good and the bad and the, you know, the fruitfulness or the nourishing earth, you can always make something out of the scarcity that, you know, you seem to be living in. And then when you start working, you notice there is so much more in that which we thought is scarce. Well, thank you, Vivi, for taking time out of your... I'm so glad we made it. I was just so eager to have you here on this show. Maybe you have a final word for the listeners or the viewers. You know, what is it you want to gift to listeners at this point of your journey?
An invitation to like really take good care of ourselves in the sense of being loving and forgiving towards ourselves and others. And also, you know, come with Alexandra to this place. Alexandra is coming here now twice a year. And she really does care for the people she brings, to like really beautiful Ayurvedic food and exercise and this welcoming feeling. So join us, you know, join us if you can. And if you cannot, not everybody will be here with us. Know that we're sending you right now like a ray of energy, a ray of love. We're sending you this blessed rain. We haven't had rain all summer and it's raining now. So we're sending you all the blessings in the world. And Alexandra, please keep doing this important work that you're doing. I know it's work and it takes time. And I'm just grateful for you to be doing this. So
for you and what you are hosting. This is my dream come true, your dream come true. So I'm glad we're going to meet each other very soon. So say hello to the team, to the land, to your husband, and have a wonderful day.